gusta que nos estemos juntando, porque todos los días vamos ganando. No quieren que los latinos anden despertando. Abre los ojos para ver lo que está pasando. No les gusta que nos estemos juntando, porque todos los días vamos ganando. No quieren que los latinos anden despertando. Abre los ojos para ver lo que está pasando. Abre los ojos y libra la mente. Pa' la verdad se mira sediente. Todos los días noticias te mienten. Políticos controlan cómo te sientes, pero no va a pasar tan fácilmente, porque muchos peleamos por nuestra gente. Un punto de vista que está diferente y lo voy a explicar más claramente. Aquí no estamos pa' las divisiones, pero los demócratas tienen otras intenciones. Nuestras ciudades andan en malas condiciones, gastando los impuestos por los 1,000 millones, sin buenas razones en otras naciones. Es tiempo de cambiar todas estas instituciones. Es tiempo de hacer unas de...
Yo, how's it going, guys? Welcome back, chat. Hey, so it's gonna be me and Oscar today. Oscar will get a chance to introduce himself real quick. But yeah, he's out there right now. He's doing his thing. He said it was business purposes, but hopefully he'll be back next week. So yeah, we got Oscar. He's made this sick shirt. How's it going, man?
Going great, man. Can't complain.
And-
Just politics. That's the only thing we can complain on.
Politics, dude. Politics and taxes, man. Right? And it's coming up. Taxes are coming up soon. Man, I don't know. I always see a lot of people, man, that like some people are really excited about the whole tax return thing, but I don't know if they got really good tax people or whatever because I never get money back, dude. I always have to cough up some change. So,
And that's
yeah.
crazy the amount of tax we pay and everything that's going on right now, man. It's unbelievable.
Too much, dude. I think I've been seeing what is it? Valero is leaving California. I think they're closing down today I heard, I'm not quite sure about this one, but that the Budweiser over there in Fairfield factory is closing down or something.
Mhm.
That's Americans love their beer, especially Budweiser.
They're
So
they're going out of state, I think.
yeah, I heard they're going to Texas, right? Or
Yep.
perhaps.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, man. What a way to kind of fracture the economy, you know? All these good companies, big companies. I'm not a defender of big companies or anything, but it is jobs, at least. So,
Mhm.
yeah, man.
I mean, it can be a win or it can be a loss. Just depends on how people
Yeah, exactly.
will react to that. We either move and go back to old school times. I think that's one of the best times where
Yeah.
local people had their own businesses and we all ran
Yeah.
through small companies.
Well, if Venezuela goes the way it goes, we're gonna have to stopping doing all these toys, and we're gonna have to start making bombs. So we'll see about that. But yeah, man. Anything new with the skate shop?
No, just doing those events, getting the community out there. We're actually gonna have this Saturday. We're gonna be giving out 500 toys out to the whole city of San Fernando. Anybody out there, if you guys out there want to show up, it's gonna be at the VFW in San Fernando. You guys can check out my page too on my Instagram. The fly. We'll be giving out food, things like that. I'll also be doing the Bushido tribe, the training, or CrossFit.
Yeah. Well, check it out. So do you skate, Oscar?
Not anymore, man.
No.
No, no more. Yeah, I try to get on the camera now, and I film the skaters sometimes when I go out to the event.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to focus more on like just business side.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did. Shoot, dude, I do a quick little kickflip here and there. Little heel flips are cool. I still like to fake you everything. I think the hardest thing I ever hit was like a six there. That was scary. That
Man,
was
that's tough.
that was
They're
super
tough.
scary, dude. No, dude, that was like baby work compared to like what a real, the real skaters would do. They would do like the seven stair, and they would actually do a kick flip, from the seven stair. And I just like the ollie. I just like to ollie those things.
Chris Johnson and Trey flipped that Altoro, man. That was
Oh,
crazy. I don't know if you saw that.
see, man, but I just think
That
of their
was
ankles, man.
tough.
That's air. These guys catch air. So,
Yeah, that was tough. You should check it out. I think he got a Skater of the Year for Thrasher.
oh, okay, yeah, man.
Yeah.
It was cool. I used to like, maybe wasn't too good with the heel flips and the kick flips at first, but Roddy Mullen. Is it Roddy Mullen? Yeah, I think it is Rodney Mullen, the guy that would do just kind of the stationary tricks. They're
Yeah.
all old now, but yeah, man, that was crazy. Tony Hawk and Daniel used to play Tony Hawk Tough. So yeah, skating was definitely, you know, I just think that not a lot of people had access to it, because the streets aren't safe, dude. And you got cars flying by all the time. Um, but kinda when I stopped high school, just chose sports, soccer, and
Hey,
yeah,
skateboarding is tough, and then not only that, right now the where it's transitioning is tough, man. It's very divided too.
yeah, it's rough
You
on the
know?
ankles, dude. You get hurt big time.
Well, with politics too, man. They got a lot of politics in skateboarding, especially it's the culture of skateboarding.
Yeah,
Very leftist too.
yeah,
hmm
and I do know
So
ski.
we're having a good it's a good experience for pushing, because we're like one of the only ones out there speaking up on certain topics.
Right, right. It
Yeah.
makes it a whole much
And
lot sweeter.
hmm
It's one of those things, I'm a customer, or I get my skateboards over there at Lead, so
yeah.
yeah, that's
Well,
cool.
I mean, a lot of people businesses, it's tough to collaborate with me because they get the heat. Like, oh, you support that guy, you support him, and the same
Yeah.
heat that you see out there. Because right here in San Fernando, it's huge right now. That right there.
Yeah, man, I mean, skateboarding is kind of a more liberal sport, you know?
hmm
It's like a city sport and, so you do have those kinds of attitudes, roaming around that the skateboarding world pretty much. Um, here and there you find your where is it fair to call them right wing or just common think just normal
Well,
folk.
that's what they call us. Just
Yeah.
recently, they attacked a local business in San Fernando, coffee shop. They went and they tagged up Mega. Get the fuck out of here. Sorry,
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm my bad, but you know.
Yeah, man.
They tagged up the coffee shop, and they're saying that just because he followed a mega page where they sell merch, they went and they put comments all over his business and all of this stuff, you know. But it only works if you let them if you let them. It's like I,
Right.
I I was telling them right there, like when they try to cancel you, you got to double down and be like, well, go to another business, and it's just a whole bunch of
Yeah.
fake Instagram that just go in there and teach you to make you apologize, but you gotta
Right.
hold your ground and keep forward, man.
Yeah, weed them out because you really don't want those guys, making everybody else in your, institution sour and stuff and, you
Yeah,
know, but hey, your product and everything is quality, so, it's you built a name for yourself and, they're gonna come because, similar and like-minded, people. So,
yeah. A
yeah,
lot of
that's
other businesses,
yeah.
it's the same. You might take a hit on your business for a little bit, but then you also build stronger bridges.
Stronger
Yeah,
bridges, and that's important, get rid of the
yeah,
fakes.
yeah.
Get rid of all the fakes.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
but yeah, man, uh anything that's caught your mind this week at all? Doesn't have to be
Yeah.
politics. A little sad right
This
now.
week,
Yeah.
no, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying that, there's a lot of stuff has happened. It's just,
Mm.
it's hard to keep up with everything. It's just constant whoop, on to the next.
It's like one thing after another, especially with the Candace Owens. And there's so many things going on, man. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
man, what's going on with young Candace?
Man, she had that meeting with the I don't know if
Did
I was
she? I
listening.
know nothing about it.
Yeah, she had that
Wow.
meeting with Eric Kirk. She finally had that meeting. She was explaining everything on the podcast right now.
Oh,
On
okay.
how certain things were miscommunicated, but she also stands. She wants to know who really killed him.
Yeah, she's
It's pretty
asking
good.
those questions.
Yeah, she's still on that for sure.
Yeah. So
Hmm.
so did they meet, like, is that gonna be something that they're gonna post later too? Or is that just, that was just a personal thing? Kinda
I think
talk
it
to
was
each
more
other?
like a personal thing. Yeah,
Oh,
to
okay.
kind of get like, all right, get some research and say, hey, what I have, what do you have? I think it's more like that.
Yeah, and, it's always you never know, you might find some overlap in between. They might have information to help each other out, you know?
So, what's your opinion on that? What do you think about TPUSA and all of that, or
Oh, shoot, man, I don't even know, man.
the whole
I'm looking
situation?
from the outside. I see, what's it your boy Nick Fuentes, hop on, he'll say some crazy stuff, and I go,
Man, he's wild.
"Ooh," and then I'll see who's the other guy for TPUSA. Oh, man, the black guy.
Um,
Oh,
Brian Tatum,
who?
Brian Tatum.
Tatum. I see him say he'll say some stuff, and I go, "Oh, shit," and then but later I'll see him see something, and it's like, I didn't say Candace was wrong. I just said she needs to, and it's like, oh shit,
Yeah,
man, wait, I don't what's going on?
crazy
So
man. It's like a movie.
it's a movie, man, and all the connections are, you would think like how are you even connecting these things? But it looks like, she tries to pull up as much evidence as she can, so it's I don't know what. I'm just looking. I'm like, "Oh, man, maybe there's aliens and all of this is something." So
Operation Blue Moon coming down already.
yeah, man, who's who, because then you're like, "Oh, actually, Candace Owens, she's part of an Israeli cabal too," and it's like, "Whoa, no."
Man, everything is crazy right now.
Yeah, man, everything's a psyop, it seems like,
Yeah.
so I just don't know what to think. Can I take it for word? When is there more stuff to any of this evidence or whatever? But yeah, it is crazy right now where everybody's at.
No, everybody needs to do their own research, man. Oh, someone's really good at it is Andy Priscilla, man. Andy Priscilla is really good at speaking on things that's going on too. He actually just dropped a new app, a
Oh,
new
okay.
AI. It's really good. It's called Operation Standard. Uh,
Operation Standard.
yes, sir. It's a good app. I mean, the opportunity to get it closed down, but it's something. It's a good topic to speak about. Especially
Yeah,
for
yeah.
people
And
who
have
want to
you
get
been
better.
using it?
Yeah, I've actually been using it. I've been on it. It's very helpful. It's like an AI app. It helps you generate things for your business. It's gonna help you
Oh,
for meal prepping, not only for business too, but for self development. Just to become a better individual. It's out. It's it's actually an app. It's gonna help change the culture back into helping, especially California and the United States where we're at right now, with
oh,
everything that's going on.
yeah, yeah.
That's what it was. What he made it for. It's a really good app.
It sounds like you can work. Almost sounds like a workout app too.
It is. It actually has a little bit of everything. It plans out your tasks for the day,
Yeah.
and make sure that you complete your day. You get points and stuff like that. And then we also get to have meetings in the morning with them. Not every day, but they talk to us. We get to talk to each other. A whole group of everybody who wants to change the culture, especially of the United States right now.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's like everybody is gonna have eventually their own AI. You know.
Hmm.
Um, And in this case, yeah, more organization, is always good. And then it seems like it's also adding the benefit of picking up some morals and picking up, discipline. Discipline is
Yeah.
serious, I think, in everything. And it might be the main thing in everything, because if you don't
Oh, I
got
mean,
discipline, you'll fall back into everything that is bad. And, you won't even, roll off you like water on a duck. If you don't have any
yeah.
discipline and you just let too many things slide until it's too late till you're a big chubby dude, and Yeah, man.
Yeah, one of the things too that a lot of people don't understand, the reason why we're in the situation now is that we lack discipline, so we can't even identify discipline. So when these people, politicians, run, we don't even look what a real leader looks like. We don't even know what a real leader looks like that's going to make the decision that's going to benefit our communities. We just go with the standards is because we haven't created or developed that within ourselves to identify it.
Yeah. Yeah. You
Like,
hear yeah.
mhm. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I just said, yeah, well, that's, the kind of the state of where people are at right now. Um family, is gives you those morals, and there's so many, again, I use that word fractured a lot, but the family, the nuclear family, you're being raised by a single mom or you're just being raised by a single dad, and some of these, things that you learn off of a dad or learn off of a mom, you can't get either side, and you're just a bad kid or something, or you're raising bad kids, and they don't know their please and thank yous, and yeah. But where if there's no role model, you know,
Yeah.
everybody's just, like that kind of stuff, the body empowerment type of thing that the whole feminist issue, started. Um, look where we're at today. Women can get as many abortions as they want or because they can. Um, and yeah, I
No,
mean,
no, no accountability.
no accountability at all. No accountability or discipline.
That's what the app does. It actually it's a whole group of people where we get to unite and we get to hold each other accountable to say, hey man, you gotta help each other out. We communicate, and then we can also ask that app what are business strategies we can use, things that we're struggling with in our business or within ourselves. If you're trying to figure out how you can get a better workout, lose weight, burn fat, like it's all built to bring a community of that specific of
Oh yeah.
discipline.
Yeah. Sometimes you need it, man. You need there's just that little nudge.
Yeah.
Um but yeah, so it's AI, man. How do you feel about AI? Do you trust it?
Nah, man, it's crazy, especially with everything that's going on, man.
Yeah.
Like I like people coming in here, and I do graphics, right? I'm a graphic
Right.
designer. And it's like it's crazy. Like there's people who come in here and they just don't know nothing else but like I ask them a question and the first thing they do is hold on, let me ask AI.
Yeah.
There's some scary things we're getting around, for sure. It can be a
Yeah.
good thing and a bad thing.
No,
Um,
yeah. You're watering down what it is to be a human being, figuring out on your own, doing the necessary research. I was at my like it's my little nephew's or my cousin's son had his birthday, and all the few tias that were able to show up and deals, and they're talking at the table, and they're talking about AI, and the old people are scared, man, of AI. So you know? And yeah, it's going so fast. And then they're like, I think one of them made the comment, "Oh man, well, I hope I'm not around when it gets real scary and they're too smart," And I'm like, that's like 3, 3, 4, 5 years, And they're like, "Oh, then I kind of do want to be around then, that's too soon." But it is. I think it's around the corner. Everybody's using AI, and you know, yeah, like you said, I do think it can be, it can help. It can help us push forward, but at what cost? Do we turn into robots? I hear Joe Rogan always talking about how we just need to, join them, and eventually we'll just be cyborgs at first, and we're just here to push them forward. And it's like, yeah, that sounds scary,
we
dude.
live
What the hell?
forever, we were all. Hey, that's crazy.
Yeah, man.
Nah,
So even
that,
even the kind of minor stuff, right? I see these the glasses that I had them. I bought them for a bit, but they were super uncomfortable. Oakley came out with some glasses that have a and guys, my hands are just covered in little black stuff, but it wouldn't wipe off. I was messing around in the roof up there, making sure that there was any cracks and anything that kind of showed. I would cover it up with the sealant. But um,
Roofer. Yeah.
yeah, dude, I was super scared, man. I see roofers all day, and yeah, man. I mean, this isn't my house. Isn't too really. Um, too steep or anything, but it's still spooky up there. I had to call for somebody to hold the ladder. I was like, "Oh, fuck, I'm gonna fucking fall." But yeah, man. So, oh man, where were we? AI, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I mean, even I see you see. Have you seen the little robots that they have?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh,
They got like, man, I tripped out the first day I was driving to LA downtown. It's got these delivery robots crossing the streets, knowing when the light turns red. It's
yeah,
crazy. It is
that's
wild.
crazy. No, man, I'm scared of what they would use those damn dogs for. There's these dogs, and you just put a little 22 on there, and you can have a bad time.
Yeah, you
Open
got
the
all these
door.
papers talking
Yeah,
about fuck around and find out, man. Like, dude,
I do not want
no,
to fight a droid. I do not want to fight a droid, dude. They sound so scary. But I don't know. I don't know where we end up with all of this. But we'll see.
it's the biggest spiritual battle right now for a reason, man. I think
Yeah,
that's a fact. It's undeniable. We definitely in a big spiritual battle right now.
yeah,
God plays a big part in that.
yeah, definitely. Only through him, it gets scary
Yeah.
out there, and if we're out there being lawless, like that doesn't help us out either. You know. Um, but yeah, man, I don't know. What else happened? John Cena. John
John-
Cena retired.
Yes, sir. He retired already.
I don't know. Did
Did
you watch? Did you watch any wrestling?
no, I didn't get. I'm old school. I used to with Ultimate Warrior. Like those were my days,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah. Undertaker.
Hogan, all that.
Well,
Yeah.
Undertaker.
And
He's as
that used to
recently.
be the best. Yeah.
Yeah.
Undertaker coming out, they would kill him, and he would come back after years and stuff like that. And I'm
Dude,
like,
you don't even understand, man, how big of a Kane fan I was. That whole that they were brothers story, that was cool,
no.
you know?
You got
But
Roddy Piper. It was those were
yeah,
those.
yeah.
I grew up with that, yeah,
I
sure.
think one of the later ones I got to see was Shawn Michaels. He'd just
Shawn Michaels.
kick you in the damn mouth.
Did you ever get to see the Spanish ones? I don't even.
um like Chavo Guerrero and Eddie Guerrero, or
Yeah, like
yeah,
their
man.
own wrestling too with the mask on. They
Yeah.
had the whole like the whole mask and everything, and you got a Chihuahua or something like that. I don't know if you remember.
I
El
don't
Perro Aguayo.
maybe.
Yeah, it was the
No.
Spanish one. And then I think one time the most popular one, I forgot his name. A black mask with white eyes and red, and I
Uh-huh.
think he ended up going at WWF.
Oh, okay.
He,
Yeah, because I know the one guy with the mask that they had in WWE or WWF was what's his name? Rey Mysterio. He hit you with
Rey
this.
Mysterio,
He hit you with the 619, dude.
yeah.
Yeah, but
Razor
yeah,
Ramon.
yeah. Scotty, I remember Scotty Too Hotty. Yeah, man. WWE's bit was a big part.
Yeah,
WWF, you know. Um, we used to buy all those video games and just take turns custom making, play it. Mankind, man. I got to see a bunch of those fights, but yeah, man. All these people are getting old, super old. 50 Cent. I mean, 50 Cent. John Cena. I was looking down at my papers, but yeah, 50 Cent looks old too. You know.
yeah. Did you see what 50 Cent did? It dropped that documentary of Puff Daddy.
I saw one episode. What I was able to watch. Did you get to watch any of it?
I haven't seen, but I think I've seen a couple clips on social media
Yeah,
about it.
man. I think P Diddy was a bad boy. I think
Dude,
he's a
he was
real bad
wild.
guy.
Yeah,
So,
he was crazy. I think
and
they're trying to implement him with all the murder, Tupac and Biggie too.
Yeah, man, that's what I was, that was what it was pretty much alluding to, that he pretty much put a hit out at least on Tupac, and then when it was time to shake the area, he didn't do so and kept, Biggie in California for too long, for
Mhm.
some enough time, basically for something to happen. So, it would have been a different world if they were still around. Probably Biggie would have had a song with, what's his name? Pitbull already or something, they would have gone they would have gone full uh pop pues. But yeah, man, that guy is a bad guy, and he had a couple deaths on his belt from the beginning, you know? I never knew about sorry, there's this scene where, they did it like a celebrity charity match, basketball, and it was him and another rapper from some other brand, some other music thing. Um but they filled a gymnasium, and right when at some bottom of some stairs, the doors wouldn't open, away from them. They would only open towards them, so there's just a whole bunch, like a pile up there, and I think 10 people ended up dying just for getting crushed, because people started bum rushing, and they try to hold that on him, and he did a whole bunch of other things to make sure that he wouldn't get sued or anything for the people that died. But yeah, bad guy, man, real bad guy.
Yeah, he's wild. Definitely part of the cabal, man. For sure. He was controlling the
Part of the
music
cabal.
industry. Yes, sir. He was definitely controlling big artists,
I
getting all of
think
that stuff.
I think something that I saw, like, right in the beginning when they were raiding his house, I think they said that, again, conspiracy theories, but there's some truth there, and they're saying when his house got raided, it was pretty much either just the FBI, and I think it was under the last administration. I'm not sure. I think it was, and it was basically to just, get the videos out of his house, whatever he's recording, and kind of prevent it from slipping out, and then now we can arrest him. We've got everything he didn't even. Um, but yeah, I do think maybe there's something up to that. They got a little video because I mean, how 50 Cent got these videos, I think everybody's tripping out, and I think that's the thing that they're trying to figure out. Um, but if they if 50 Cent was able to get these videos where he's saying gnarly stuff, this year, right, 60 days before he was getting arrested, I think that he's gonna have videos, about
Well,
almost anybody and
he,
everybody.
he did say that the reason why he got the contract and decided to release the documentary was on NBC because that's the only channel that you get in prison or something like that, you know? So he's like, here you go, Puff Daddy, watch it, you know?
I heard that. I heard that. Yeah. Now that's being petty, you know.
Yeah, hey, that's what 50 Cent is known for, man.
Hey, but you're good. Yeah, yeah. That's what 50 Cent's known for,
Yeah.
So, what are you gonna do? You shouldn't have been
Man.
recording. And then
Did you see
again,
the? Mhm.
uh,
Go ahead.
I think the reason why he was able to sell him is because he didn't get paid or something like
Hmm.
that, something along those lines. The camera guy didn't get paid, so he was like, "All right, whoever, what, you know." And here comes
Hey,
along 50.
yeah,
So yeah,
good
man.
man. Now, I was gonna ask you if you saw the that terror attack in Australia, man. That's crazy.
Oof. Yeah, man, that's real crazy. I think it was the first night of Hanukkah, and I think there too, 10 people died or something like
I
that.
think
Yeah,
like 11 people died.
yeah, man. I think these videos. I mean, it's always the first couple days that you'll be able to see like the real terrorist attacks, kind of like the Charlie Kirk thing, video.
Mhm.
It's hard to find now, but I remember, man, that first 3 days, 4 days of being on Twitter or X, sorry, it was just that video of Charlie getting, taking out the game. So, same thing with this, with this video. Um, it's a whole 10 minutes, you know.
Yeah, man, and the guy went in there and he took the gun away from that one guy from the other from one of the killers. He was there shooting. He took the gun away from him and he ran back and and he got another gun and continued to shoot. You
Which is
know.
an yeah, which is another it's crazy in itself, because you know
Yeah.
what I was thinking, the guy that disarmed him, right? He showed a lot of restraint, not taking, shooting the other guy or disabling the other guy further. But unfortunately, that guy was able to kind of regroup, and I heard get another gun, right, and just start shooting again, which
Yeah.
is that's unfortunate, But again, when you ask a civilian to do something like that, you gotta be cold blooded or know what you're doing. I don't know. What do you think?
It's crazy because that one guy who stopped him, I think, from what I was reading, he was Muslim too. I'm thinking that he was Muslim, and put up, and you know, it's crazy. I don't know, psyops. I don't know what's going on, but definitely they're definitely trying to pin us against all Jews and definitely against all Muslims when we know that's not a fact.
Yeah, yeah. I think yeah.
That was
Not
unfortunate to happen, and it
mm,
sucked. But
yeah. It can happen, and it can't always be everybody, you know.
we do have millions of immigrants that got sent out for that purpose, over here in the
Yeah,
United States. That's something a lot of people should think about. That's why it's very important for people to, get that app. I really would. I mean, you can't get it no more, but I mean, at least work your way up in there and try to
hmm
create some discipline and some structure within, to be more vigilant in
yeah.
helping you keep you safe.
You
Um,
gotta be vigilant. I think it's one of those videos too. For example, uh, I'm not sure if this was in the 10-minute video or this was just a standalone video, but there was a scene, man, where the guy's shooting, and I can't see exactly where he's shooting into the crowd. Um, but there's another guy at the end of his rifle, meters away, but he's out with his phone like this, recording. And it's
yeah,
like, that's bad, man. You gotta duck and cover. Either this guy's alone, he has no family there, really nobody to be accountable for again other than his own life, and this guy's just there standing. Whether that's for some clout, maybe he's a journalist or whatever. You know how brave they are. Um,
yeah.
I don't know, man. I wouldn't want to be just standing there, um, pointing my phone. That's against all my instincts. Even if you got a gun, right? If you got you get your little toaster on you, still you want to make sure all your loved ones are out of the scene, out of everything, and then you can assess, you know? But to be you
You want to make sure they're covered. You want to make sure they're covered. All of
yeah,
that's gonna help you out.
yeah,
Being able
yeah,
to be more
yeah,
disciplined. It's
y
training for all that. I would recommend a lot of men to start training for anything like that, especially with the things that are going on right now and how
yeah,
many people got put into this country for specifically for that, man. Like it's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah,
You know.
and it's oh, man, yeah, you do you can go buy a gun, but again, what
Well, I
are
mean,
the
over here in California, man, like, dude, the laws are so strict.
yeah,
It's like look at that case. If it was if a gun was more easier for us to carry, and you have people who would be trained and stuff like that, they would be able to help out with that situation and not maybe
yeah,
less death would have occurred. If
yeah,
you had a little bit more trained people in there with their gun.
yeah, and I think of 2 things, when I think of Australia, right? Because that's where it went down. Um, Probably one of the countries with the stricter, I
Yeah.
don't stricter, gun laws, and I think they've done a good job of taking the guns from all their civilians, other than I think they can have long rifles, an old
Hmm.
school maybe long rifle or something like that, but nothing to do with handguns. And I think for the most part they're like school shootings or whatever type of shootings are kind of low, but because they took, all the guns. But at the same time, you did again, you're disarming your citizens that should be able to protect themselves. And
Yeah.
as far as I understand Australia, dude, some people live in the city and some people live in the more, in the outback. Where
Hmm.
a kangaroo would choke you out, and drown you in a river.
They got those spiders over there, man. They got
Yeah,
big fruit spiders. They're like big.
you got
They're
bats,
huge. Yeah.
you got alligators, you got crocodiles. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. I think those guys need a good operating gun, and it's nothing about whether it's, a handgun, something that you can deflect, just hit the nozzle down or something. Now you're wrestling and you lost your gun because the gator was just faster or something. You I want those guys to have the best, and the most. And then
Yeah.
again, the video that you see, those guys are using long rifles. I don't think those are illegal to a point. So they did a terrorist attack with what was available in the legal way, and they still found a way.
Wow.
So that's more credit for them. But at the same time, it's like, all right, so do these rules work or not? You
I
know?
mean, tell me where any law anybody who doesn't follow the law is gonna follow a law without a gun. Like it's a criminal. That's what they do. If they want to get a gun,
Yeah.
they're not. There's no law that's gonna keep them from not getting a gun if they're a criminal. You know.
Hmm.
And the only thing they use this narrative to take away our guns. And the more we fall for it, the more we arm good patriots, good Americans, people who want to stand up for something different. But they know what they're really doing in there. You know.
They know what they're doing, dude. They just make it, because again, and I've said this, a couple times on this damn podcast, and it's like I have a few, you know, everybody in the house, something goes wrong would have a gun, close to them. I have that many, but um, nothing compared to what probably my neighbors have, right?
Hmm.
If they start going buck wild, my pieces aren't doing nothing, you know? So it's like, and I know my neighbors are all good. They'll never do anything, you gotta talk to your neighbors, You gotta keep a good
For
night
sure.
watch. You gotta have a night
Especially
watch. Yeah, yeah,
like,
especially
hey,
if theirs goes grah, a little bit. So, you know, yeah, man. But at the end of the day, I could have the baddest gun in there, but if I gotta have a fin on it, or I gotta have, like, I gotta charge with I gotta load the magazine by putting it inside, or the actual gun barrel. You're just slowing me down, and I'm not gonna be able to, protect my home, protect my people, you know.
yeah, for
But
sure. So especially if you're in a situation like that, you want to be well equipped and best prepared for that
yeah,
situation and
I
well
want the
trained
best
as well.
tool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well trained. You know, I think that our tappers are being used in the wrong reasons. You know, they should be able to train those patriots and
yeah.
being able to be able to do things like that. You know.
Yeah, so again, if we go back to what happened in Australia, those guys, I mean, how much action do you think? Do you think they're training for shootings? Not
No.
likely, right? So it's like even them, they go in with a cold head, or they don't really know what to do, um, because they're not practicing that kind of stuff. Rather where, I mean, I was talking to uh my cousin's husband over there at that birthday party, and he's in the National Guard, and it's one of the first things that they train day in and day out, just in case somebody goes haywire, in the damn facility they're training in, So yeah, it's crazy stuff. We need to always be prepared and ready,
Yeah,
because
yeah, especially if you got a family, man.
yeah, go
That
home
should
to
be your
them.
priority. You know. Yeah, it should
Yeah,
be your priority. You go home, or, you know.
yeah.
But
We
yeah,
have two
so,
National Guards that don't get to go home. I
yeah.
think one is still fighting, and then the other one, has passed. The one that the Afghan took out over there in Washington, D.C. I think it was D.C. Yeah. So, it's unfortunate, but yeah, you always gotta keep your head on a swivel.
Hmm. Yep,
And
definitely. Man. That's another case, man. That's crazy. National
yeah,
Guard getting shot at, you know, and Yeah, man,
Hmm.
it's crazy. You know,
Yeah.
it's crazy how they're pinning the narrative too, man. Like they're just like this hateful thing against Muslims, and I don't know, man. My opinion, I've had a lot of great encounters with some Muslims too, and I don't know where they're trying to go with all of this. You know, with the huge divide. You know.
Yeah, there is a huge divide, and yeah, it's unfortunate. Not all of them are bad. That's one of
Yeah.
the comments
Same
the
thing.
comments that I was seeing. Because it was like you said mentioned, it was a Muslim guy that was able to you know, take that gun away from the other guy. Um,
Mhm.
but yeah, to ask a citizen to shoot that guy right there in that spot is, difficult. He didn't. I don't think he
Difficult.
expected him to go all the way back and regroup.
It's definitely a difficult situation, man. Like a lot of people can say, "Ah, I would have got the gun. I would." Like maybe some would, people don't, but it's just a different situation for everybody.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a situation. People now and
You don't want to be in, and I think even when you're getting um, you're taking the test to be able to get your license to like be able to purchase one,
hmm
um, you don't, there's a lot of rules. You could hurt yourself or hurt somebody if you don't know, and
hmm
maybe you know that guy didn't know how to operate the gun or something like that, but um, yeah, I think everything is just moving so fast,
yeah,
because that other guy was still shooting. The other guy
yeah,
was up there ducking and dodging, and he now you're the threat. Target's on you. You're standing, in the open. Yeah, you
hmm
disarmed him, but um, yeah. Oh man, what a what a
He-
terrible time.
the guy just went right back up to the edge, dropped his backpack, grabbed another one. He's just aiming.
Yeah, man. So I don't know, man. Yeah. So
So, so what's going on locally right here up there where you guys are at, man? I know there's a lot of stuff going on with Jordan and everything.
not over here locally. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen what the Silicon is up to. The Silicon Valley. Uh yeah. Um haven't Oh, well, Tulare, right? Or that fog, man? Is that the fact? No, dude, you're in San Fernando Valley. Hey, man, I heard, was it true maybe a couple 5 days ago it was like 90 degrees out there?
Yeah, it was hot. It's like
No
we were in
way.
summer. It was hot.
Dude.
Yeah.
Well, I think there's a record going on right now. I'm not sure if it's actually changed, but Sacramento hasn't been above 46 degrees, for the last 10 days. And there's just been this fog. I think it's Thule fog or Thule fog that's just been all over Modesto, all the way down to Sacramento to, Bakersfield and yeah, Bakersfield. And it's real foggy, man. They haven't seen the sun. I've been over there a couple times. I think I went to Tracy and Livermore and Fresno actually, and it's doom and gloom over there. I don't know when was the last time they saw the sun, but it's just crazy. Is that affecting you guys at all? The fog?
Man, well, funny that you mentioned that day. I realized I think that day I took a picture. Um, and they've been spraying the skies like I don't think I've ever seen them spray the sky so much. Man, like it
The
was just
government's
like
back, brother.
over everywhere, man. They were
They're
just
funding the
spraying the
government.
sky
It's back,
like
brother.
crazy. Yeah, like and then I think I had a friend. He's like, "Look, man, the sun's going down. Like it's like this weird smoke that's going around the sun, and
Yeah.
it's just airplanes going back and forth nonstop all day. The sun went down, and they were still spraying, man. Like
Yeah.
that day was really hot. I still remember it clearly. I took a picture on my social media and I posted. You know,
Yeah,
I
man.
think there was a little gap of blue, but everything else was just sprayed.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, I think that same day that I was in Fresno, no, yeah, I think I was in Fresno. And even, yesterday I was in Vacaville. I started in Vacaville. Again, same doom and gloom, the gray skies. And then
Mhm.
I needed to, and I had to go to Monterey same day. So, I drove over there and I got there around 1 o'clock, 71 degrees. That's crazy, man. Monterey, 71 degrees and, blue skies. none of that fog, but you can see it, man. It's thick and it's kind of scary to drive through, you
Yeah.
know. Um, I don't know where there's this place called Pacheco Pass for the followers. If you guys know where that is, leave a comment. Pacheco Pass over there between Hollister and Los Baños, and
I know
foggy,
that, yeah.
man. It's crazy, man. And you really can't see if your car is the car in front of you isn't hitting its brakes, you won't see it, right? But
No,
there's these trailers, man. These trailers because they're gonna win, right? They're gonna beat
yeah,
whatever's on the other side, but they're flying, man. They're flying on these in these 2-lane highways, and I always think like, oh, it's one of those guys that got that license, for the low, but it's crazy, man. I don't like this fog
like crash
one
into
bit.
something right now.
Heck yeah, dude. No, dude, I do not wanna be on a pileup, not on a 2-lane, over a dam, over a reservoir. Yeah, right. But
No, yeah, I know I have family up in the Bay too, when they always talk about the fog, and sometimes they'll wake up and the fog's gone, and you see these cars inside the canals, right there, just because they couldn't see, they just drove straight into
you
the,
can't see, dude.
canals, man, like that. They
Yeah.
say it's in front of your face, and you can't see your hand.
Yeah, it's been to that point, dude, and it's kinda scary, but yeah, I think this weather, again, like you said, they're spraying stuff, you
The
know?
spring.
And
That's a lot of people say it's conspiracy theory, but that is, they can just come outside and look like clear as day. Like I remember waking up, the day's clear, everything's nice and clear, beautiful day. Then you start seeing one airplane, then you see another airplane. Next thing you
mhm,
know, there's all these clouds that's surrounding the whole valley, and it's crazy.
yeah. I think, I mean,
You
proof
know?
is in the pudding. No,
Yeah.
I think the government's been caught spraying Agent Orange. I think was it over
Yep.
San Francisco or New York, something like that.
Mhm.
And again, it was in the name of science. We're not gonna pay none of these people that got really sick. So um, yeah, this
It's
spraying
crazy.
stuff.
That's crazy that we can't even put food on the table right now, and all of our money is going to all of that stuff. We're
Yeah,
at
dude.
70% tax, and these are the things that they're putting money on, our
Yeah,
money in. You know?
yeah, yeah. Because it makes you think, right? What's it targeting? Your health.
Yep.
All these dark skies. Again, you need vitamin D. Pause. You need it. Might sound funny, but you need vitamin D. If not,
Mhm.
your immune system shot. And a lot of people over there in the Central Valley aren't getting their good daily dose of vitamin D. But you start getting loopy, you start getting crazy. Maybe society starts, getting a little antsy in their pants.
Yes.
Stockton had their shooting over there, which was crazy, where they shot, that little kids party. Um,
Yeah.
you never know. It's to attack your health, and you never want to have your immune system shot. So
No, man.
you're keeping the sun away from the valley for a particular reason. So I don't
And
know.
then we're breeding all of that stuff. Like they're spraying Roundup. They're cloud seeding all of that stuff,
Oh
man.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Crazy.
I think Gio and
You
I
know?
have brought it up a couple of times of, when they had those floods. I don't know if it was North Carolina or I think it was in Texas. I think it was in Texas where the school, the little girls got wiped out. Um, they were cloud seeding, but they're
Yeah.
like, yeah, we were cloud seeding, but those things that like those two incidents have nothing to do with each other. Like, all right, but you were cloud seeding. You were messing with the weather, you know?
Nah.
So
And everyone's like, all right, cool. Like, yeah, I guess. Like
these are
it's crazy.
technologies we have, the government wouldn't use them to against its people or whatever. Um,
Right.
Dubai, right? A couple years ago, 2 years ago, they flooded their cities out because they had a little bit too much of the cloud seeding
Cloud.
going on. Yeah, so things can go wrong. I'd imagine this is, oh, I don't know. You don't know how long they've had this technology, and we're just barely starting to use our think tank, and we're
Yeah.
catching on. But for how long have they been messing with our weather?
Oh
Thinning
man.
our air out.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a cool minute because I know in Hemet, I think they created the Hemet Lake. off
Mhm.
cloud seeding. They said we're gonna make it rain, and they made it rain over, and that's how they created the lake. And so then
Yeah,
now
man.
all the water floods down to that way. It's crazy.
So we can cloud seed, but we're in a drought. You know,
Yeah,
only when it benefits the government can we actually get some. Yeah, man. It's well, I'm hearing that we're going through también atmospheric river or something like that. Whatever that means, I think some of this it's gonna start raining, and I think that rain's gonna push that maybe a little bit cloud seeding. It's gonna push that fog out, and but supposedly that it's gonna rain for the next 2 weeks or so, on and off. And I heard Washington, Oregon, and Montana are like flooding. You know,
yeah.
like
Hmm.
majorly, and you don't hear about anything. Maybe a little bit too much cloud seeding over there. Um,
I know,
yeah.
and then also a lot of funny that you mentioned right now that nobody's talking about it. I was listening to the podcast. This is where I got my this morning. I was listening to the podcast, and they're saying that Berlin actually revolted against their government. Was it Berlin? Just this past weekend, but no one's talking about it.
Oh, Berlin.
I think it was Berlin or I know it was a state up there, a country up there in Europe. They revolted against their government this past weekend. I think it was Berlin or Belgium, but one of them they revolted. They got like 500 people went and all the politicians resigned.
Gosh.
You should search it up. It's on there. I was reading on it. But they don't want to talk about that either. Cloud seeding. Nobody says anything.
Yo, dude, I
It's still,
think there's been a couple countries that are rebelling, and I think there was one
yeah,
Asian country that totally did it, and they got the. I think the videos there that I was seeing is, the people rebelling got into the palaces, and they found again these are communist governments, right? Again, maybe the U.S. has something, but these are communist countries, and like when they break into the palaces, they find like the champagnes that are worth thousands of dollars, and they're like, "What the heck? Why do you have this if we're a communist country?" And yeah, man, I think people are catching on. I think
yeah.
that Mexico itself, they had like a little revolt and a little riot over the killing and over the mayor in
In
Michoacan.
Obregón.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that's where my family's from, in Michoacán.
yeah.
Yeah,
So, oof, man. I mean, that got close, right? Not too many people are fond of Miss your girl Shine Bomb.
yeah.
Um,
But I don't know what to think of, man, because I see those Mexican Antifa out there too,
I
trying to
heard that.
create.
I heard it's Mexican
Yeah,
Antifa
I
being
don't
bad
know what
boys,
the hell
dude.
is going on. It's crazy, bro. I see these clips and I'm Antifa trying to provoke these riots, like,
Dressed up like
and then you're like,
Naruto.
okay, should we revolt or what? Man, this is it's crazy, man.
You don't know what to think, dude. Is everything a psyop? This is exactly what I'm telling you, dude. I mean, even we're talking about where we have our hands in one right now over there with Venezuela. Either
Yeah,
that's a grandstanding peacock, we're just showing our feathers,
yeah,
or but he says, I think yesterday he said that they're doing land strikes. I haven't
yeah.
seen nothing.
I think they stopped the ship from Russia. It was going in to drop off some military equipment too.
Dude, and
Mhm.
I think a lot of was it another one, or was it that tanker where they took all that crude oil?
It
Because
was not that was that tanker. Yeah, they
yeah,
stopped.
dude, that's big time, you know. So we'll see.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
think that
what's your opinion on that?
Venezuela.
You want your tax dollars going to Venezuela or
Shoot, dude, I don't even
you
got a
don't know
gas car
what?
anymore, dude. None of that oil helps me out, you know.
Like, I'm going Tesla, man.
Yeah, none of that oil helps me out, So, um, I don't know, man. That
Regime
looks.
change or what?
What happened?
You think it's just a regime change and they just want to change the whole
Yeah,
and they want to be
yeah. I think it's a regime
now?
change, or really they're spooked. They'll tend to your fears of, yeah, it's really close. It's really close. They could actually do something about it. Um, but yeah, man. Ain't no Venezuelan done nothing wrong to me.
Yeah, right.
I don't know, man. Maybe it is a war against Tranaguas, but again, everything's a psyop, and I just don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what happens outside these damn four walls. That I call home. For sure. you know, Everything else could have a double meaning, or people are, tending to their own, trying to push themselves in the world. But yeah, man.
Would you mind investing in that war or no?
Would I invest in it?
Would you mind? You mean, it's your tax dollars? It's all of our tax dollars.
No,
Would you
dude. I
mind?
don't want. I don't want to. I don't want.
For
I
all
can.
of us, you
Can I
know.
sign a bomb at least? Can I sign a bomb, please? No, man. I think I don't want to sound too hippie-ish either, but uh, yeah, man. Cause I got a little brother, and it's like I went through maybe 30 years, man, without ever like a war scare or really like a draft or anything like that. And like you said, bodies, tax dollars, and bodies. And I don't want to give up any of my kin to send to another war. Joking around, but at the same time, ain't no Venezuelan, ain't no Trenaguas. They sound scary. I've seen the Salvadorians, the La Mara no para. Those guys are also scary, but if the Chenaguas or anything like those, yeah, I just don't know, dude. Is it? Don't lie to me. The government. Don't lie to me, dude. Tell me what's up. Are we going for
Yeah,
the oil,
the
or are we?
government's not gonna lie for
Or
sure.
y-
The government does not lie to us. Like
Let me know, dude. Is it scary out there? Are they that scary, or are we getting some oil? Are we getting some oil, or what? Just don't lie to me. Don't tell me it's for the people of Peru, because what about me, dude? You know, but I don't know. I don't know.
It's not drug dealers. You know,
Yeah,
that's what they want to say. It's all drug dealers and stuff like that.
it's
You
drug
got a
dealers,
lot.
dude. It's the damn pharmaceutical companies.
They're trafficking way more drugs than any
Yep.
in the
Yep.
world, man.
Oh yeah.
Hey, you
Oh
got R. Kennedy in there. You know, he's
yeah.
doing some good stuff too.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah, dude. I can't wait. I can't wait because we were talking about that discipline again, and I see the posts, I see, the commercials too of the snacks. They're messing with the snacks, and they're taking away all these artificial flavors and colors. And I can't wait till they do that with everything, because, again, discipline. Um, the real wealth is in your health, and, you know, we're we're eating these Oreos, and they got stuff inside these Oreos to make us want more Oreos. You
yeah.
know what the hell is that? Don't do that to me. Don't lie to me.
Like the
Um,
vaccine thing. I
yeah,
don't know if you heard. I don't know if you're vaccinated, but the vaccine thing, it just came out now, and you see that now that the vaccine is considered it's considered like a what is it? Harmful to your body. And they took it off the testosterone. Because I think they had that black label on testosterone, and they were trying to say like, no, no man should be taking testosterone and try to wash it off like that. And now
yeah,
they took it off testosterone and they put it on the vaccine, on the COVID vaccine,
yeah,
and so now that's a danger to have in your body.
yeah.
Um,
No, dude, they don't
so
want they want you soft as hell, dude. You know, pause. But yeah, man, they want you soft as hell, and maybe to their luck you'll trans out. you know, I
yeah, and
think.
then with all the policies they're passing, all the policies that they're passing, like it's crazy.
Yeah, dude. Even
Anthony Weiner with all the shit he's doing, man. Like, dude, I don't even know how that guy's still in office.
the targeting.
Who fucking votes for that guy, man? I'm sorry, but like, dude,
Yeah,
like,
dude, that dude's a freaking weirdo, bro.
bro, like, who thinks of those type of bills, And then like for somebody to vote for him, and he comes out running around in thongs and stuff like that. How is that
Leather.
person or individual being a leader for our state? Like, how does that even happen? Have we really been that soft for us not to like pay attention to put somebody in office like walking around in a thong and a strap on, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is going on
I
here,
think,
man?
yeah, they want us as soft as possible. They don't, again, they're doing it to us with the vaccines, right? To our bodies, again, to our health. They're doing it through those, people idolizing that freaking weirdo wiener. And then
Yeah,
you can't see the sun for 10 days, you know?
yeah.
All that, maybe I am gay, type of stuff. And it's like, yeah, getting attacked by all fronts, and what options do you have left but other than to trans out?
Like
So it's
that. Did you get to see that video where that black lady confronts Anthony Weiner? And
yeah,
she's like,
dude.
"I'm gay. You know what are you gonna do for us? You know?" And it's just like still with the
Again,
same thing with the whole trans stuff. You know?
Oscar, if you saw that video, I know you saw the other soft
Yeah.
guy that's going, "Stop. No, excuse me, miss. You can go." And it's like, dude, let her freaking talk, dude. What are
Really?
you?
Yeah,
But
man.
that
Cut
quick,
your
man.
tongue right there.
That quick. You gotta follow suit. You can't just be that girl's almost everything for them, right? Except
Yeah.
she's not with the gay stuff. She's gay and she's
With the
not with the
trans
trans
stuff.
stuff. You know?
Yeah.
So, you know, oh, you just don't exactly fit the mold. So now I gotta discard you completely and I gotta stop talking to you. And that girl's like,
Right.
nah, sister, I got the real fight, and she's Trish, I think her name is Trish Hyman. Shout out, you
Yeah.
know.
Mhm.
So
And
yeah,
that's what happens. We allow these corporations to take over everything we do. You know, it's like, look, how embarrassing is that she had to that she stood up for herself and she's the one who got her membership canceled. You know, like all these corporations, like they all follow suit. You know, they all do whatever they tell them to do, and that's very important for us to stay locally and start
yeah,
investing our money in local businesses that are gonna stand up. See, like that's not cool. Like imagine everybody just canceled their whole membership. You
yeah.
know, that should look right. You know,
Mm-hmm. I think it was from a gold bonds. No.
it was from Gold from Gold Gym, but I think they sold to EO or something like
Oh,
that.
gold bonds. Gold bonds.
Yeah,
I'm tripping. I,
no,
I don't know
not
about
Gold Gym.
Gold Gym. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
yeah, man, it's crazy. I don't know. There's hopefully they can the Californians can remember when it's time to vote again. Uh, the stuff Gavin Newsom's done, that Wiener guy. I always mess up. I don't know if it's because both Wieners are bad. Pause. Anthony Weiner and Scott Wiener. I think both it's both bad guys. You got the people that are running like Swalwell, and Katie Porter. Also two bad hombres and Muchacha. Um, not good. So, but
Everything
again,
is a move, man. Even in the this is why I'm like, man, this whole politics thing, man. This everything is all it's all crazy, man. Like I went to the GOP convention
mhm.
and the same thing. You got digital voting in there from the log cabin. Like it's crazy. Like it's weird, man.
Yeah, no, well, you see, I think that's one of the stuff that Eric Swalwell's pushing on, right? You should be able to vote from your phone. I think he wants,
Nah,
so
to in person ID voting and yeah, especially if we want to take this, especially if we want to take our positions back, we got to go into the GOP, especially if you're a conservative or I don't know what. But obviously the Democratic Party, it's pretty much a big owl already.
oh
The way
yeah,
it's yeah, there's not even
yeah.
a position in there, but. At least the Republican Party still values conservatives and stuff like that who value family.
Well, that's
But now they got the digital voting in there too, and then you got the log cabin putting all these policies that like similar.
oh, huh. Well, it looks like we lost our guest, but we're right about at the hour mark, so that was fun, guys. Hopefully that we do get Geo back. But like I said, like we've said, Oscar and I, um, you know, uh, be prepared, always be ready, get disciplined, find some discipline, and yeah, like we said, keep your head on a swivel, train yourself, uh, bring order to your life, you know, because we need it out there. And yeah, guys, see you next week.